Whew, oh God. All right. That was crazy. I don't know what just happened, but it happened. Perhaps I got something to say that's important because the computer just said, no, I'm not working and I'm going to stop right now. And there's nothing you can do about it. It was either that or y'all don't need to know. But I'm going to go with the first one. It was about to get good. Now it's just got to get gooder. Well, we know about that word gooder. Let's see if my lucky two come back. Whew, that was a serious moment that I don't know where it came from, for real, for real. No idea. But we were talking about how we, first of all, look at competition, or what we feel like is competition, what it really truly is. And we have the quote, competition is when you have not realized that there's more God has in front of you for you to do. Basically, there's more in front of you that God has for you. So to compete and to pay attention to those that are allegedly competition, it's kind of like, why? You know what I mean? Because you still got to do what you got to do, whether somebody's coming at you or not. And I'm not saying that there's not a such thing as competition. Of course, we all want to win at something. We all want to do better at something. There's always a competition, but in a sense of allowing an adversity to become your competition. Adversities are designed to try to stop you, to try to, excuse me, keep you from getting to the next point. So I don't want us to mistake a little competition, because even in competition, iron sharpens iron in some cases. But I don't want us to mistake in our adversities, those things that are meant to be thrown at us. Good morning, meal ticket. The things that are meant to be thrown at us as competition. You don't have to compete with those things. You just have to keep it moving, maneuver around them. That's how you win that. Those things lose every time. It's just for character building. It's just for you to grow to the next level. Those things that, what they say, what don't kill you make you stronger, it's probably a thing. But if we stop and look at those things as our competition, how do we get to the next level? How do we get to the people that we are even um here to serve? That's the best way to put it. If you're a content creator, you're serving entertainment, education, current affairs, whatever you are serving in the moment. I serve my clients as a hairstylist. It's an act of service. But I was saying how I was at first, with me moving, I was looking at the new place as my competition, my peers in the new place as my competition. And I had to stop and think about it. They're not competition. They are indeed my peers. So it's, how do I fit into this situation? What do I add to it? Hey, DJ Memphis, what do I add to this situation? When I go here, what's going to make it me too, her also? Check her out. In addition to, I'm here to add, you know what I'm saying? So after I assessed, what many people would call competition, I assessed it in a sense of, okay, what are they doing? What's big? What's not? What looks different than what I do? What can I add to this? Let's just see where I fit in. I got to get in where I fit in. That's pretty much where it's going. So after I assessed them, I was telling everybody how I assess myself in this situation. I see what I got to do. I see what I'm up against, or going into, put it that way, going into. So now I assess myself. And I said how I went back to day one when the first time I was made to do a haircut when I hadn't been officially trained, even though I had been cutting hair since I was 13. I went to school at like 23. So I wasn't scared to cut the hair. I was mad that they made me do it. But then I saw that opportunity as definitely a win and a strength and character builder for the simple fact they thought I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Imagine you backing down because somebody think you can't do it, but you know you can do it and you do it well. So I had one of those moments. It was like the talk of the school. Oh my God, look what she did. She's good. Nah, nah, nah. And then I was going into how I used to I was getting ready to before my computer went out and before for some strange reason my eyeballs started sweating. I'm an emotional wreck, y'all. Listen, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. I come on here, y'all know as many times I done had to pause for a minute because I'm in a overwhelmingly emotional state right now because I am in the middle of transition. You know, I've been here for 15 years. So it's a it's a needed change, but it's not the easiest, you know. I'm going from very familiar and known and kind of got it figured out into the brand new and got to figure it out. So some things might trigger emotions. And what I was getting ready to say before we were so rudely interrupted by, I don't know, I had to reset my computer is what I learned in the end. Um, I was going into my assessment of myself, how I visited when I first started doing hair at 13, how I grew my love of passion, and how when I got to school and they forced me to do the hairstyle. And now I'm in the place where I'm going back to maybe 2003 or 4, where I'm sitting on my couch in Ohio and I'm trying to figure out, well, not really figure out, I'm writing down things I want to do. And I think that's a key component that I've left out of my journey in some senses. Not for the whole time, but in these moments, these moments as of late, I would sit there and plan out. I have business ideas from 2004 that I haven't even tapped into right now. I have things that I wrote down in 2004 that I've accomplished and conquered. You know, so I just think about those moments like this is what I need to do in this moment. I sit down and I write down what I'm expecting to accomplish. What can I do in this city that's going to look different than what this person is doing, although they do the same thing I do? What is it about my brand, about me, Jamaica, Meek, Sheer, that's going to reflect well and cause people's interest? Hey, realists, there's plenty of stylists out there that are good. All I want you to know is I am too. So in my assessment of myself, I realized I got to get back to my main thing, my advertising. I used to, man, y'all don't understand how much I used to advertise. So I'm getting back to that and doing my little flyers. I was telling them, like, sometimes we can't get it on the level we want it on. Learn how to do something on the basic little level. I don't know nothing about a computer, but I would go in there and tweak the mess out of a Vista postcard and make that thing. But so I'm getting back to that. And what's happening is in turn, me not focusing on this alleged competition or thinking about anything else except for my portion ahead of me. I'm falling back in love with my passion. I'm falling back in love with my art. I'm remembering if I want to be seen, then I got to be seen. So I'm making my little flyers again and I'm posting them. I'm popping my shout, like I like to say. I pop my collar. I'm the best that ever did it. You can't see me. Yeah, I was, boy, when I came to South Carolina, they hated me until they copied everything I did. I would see people from all over making the same kind of posts, but they felt like they couldn't do it. Some of them would reach out and tell me, I didn't think I could say these things. Yes, you can. If you don't say it, who will? I ain't talking about being cocky. I'm talking about being certain and for sure. When you're certain and for sure, what the next man think or say really don't mean a hill of beans. Ooh, that is an old person statement. I'm still a 50-year-old millennial. I don't care. I don't care. And I'm a cougar. But I'm falling back in love with what I do. And I think that sometimes when we fall into those places of discouragement or feeling like, why is everything or everybody coming up against us and trying to make me look bad? Remember your why. Fall back in love with what you was doing in the first place that made them notice and get to that point anyway. So here I am out doing my little marketing. I'm doing it ahead of the game before I get there. I got about maybe 3 weeks to get up out this place. Have I did anything in this house? A little bit. But all that to say, what I assess from the other people is, yes, there's an abundance of, let's say, wigs and braids. I don't do those things because I don't feel like it. I don't braid at all, but I don't feel like doing weave no more. I've been doing hair long. I don't want to do it. I'm a cut specialist. I specialize in precision cuts and short hair styling. And I feel like I've earned my stripes to do that, exactly what I want to do. I stay in my lane. Now I do blowouts and things like that. So that's my target. So now that I see what's being done there, what sets me aside? What sets me aside? You should be able to see what sets you aside from anybody else. You should be able to see. If you a DJ and the next person a DJ, you should already know what sets you aside, whether it's the way you mix, whether it's the way you move the crowd, whether it's the way you transition into the next, whether it's the way you put all the music together and it just flows seamlessly. You should know what makes you stand out in whatever you do. What makes me stand out? Because I know right now, as far as haircutting, there's a trending thing of it's like less precision, less detail. I don't know if y'all would understand, but a lot of people like to do the messy look. But I know there's a market for those that do like precision and detail, and that's where I stand out. So you might have the same or similar hairstyle as that person, but that cut gonna be just a little bit sharper. Them curls gonna be a little bit more defined. Cause I keep a little bit of old school with the new school. Every time I add to my craft, I never take out my basic, my base, where I started. That's how you create new things for yourself. And that's the thing. Instead of getting mad at the next person, people go create something else. Shoot. I'll be looking at people all the time. I look at a lot of different people just to get ideas because I think we are all full of amazing ideas. Y'all on YouTube, boy, I got so many shirts in my head, it don't make no sense. What I do, I wait for y'all to put them out. People be saying stuff and don't even realize they done created a whole line of merchandise. You better know what you're doing when you're doing it. You can either focus on the negative or you can make a positive, make an impact. And so I say, when I'm now getting ready to go into my thing, I ain't tripping because I got my plan. You know what I mean? That was the part I think I was missing. How am I going to get in here and do what I need to do? All I need to do is get in there. All I need to do is get in there. How do you get people to leave you alone and stop talking about you? Keep going. Get in there. Get in there and do more of what you're doing that's pissing them off in the first place. Because all things want to do is come to stop you, try to get you off your square, throw you off your track. Everybody wants to look the same. When you stay on your square, you stay different. You look different. I'm staying on my square. So I don't care if we did the exact same hairstyle. Something about mine's going to be different. That's in a nutshell. Something about anything I do, anything I put my hands to, it's going to have a different meaning than what you think it is. I don't know. Every time I style a head, I ask God, you know what this person needs. So have your way. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm there to do the task and to make her beautiful or feel beautiful or whatever the case. And if there's words involved, I seemingly know what to say. But that's when you focus on the thing that you're supposed to be focused on. Can't focus on nothing else. It's almost like you got to have tunnel vision in your stuff. You have to be focused, especially if you're trying to accomplish something. You have to be focused on that. What's going on around you ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, if it's let's put it this way. I'm not saying don't pay attention to red flags. I'm saying don't pay attention to bullshniggity. That's where discernment comes in. You can see it and feel it from a mile away. Pay attention to that stuff. Stuff that just come to make you a little bit mad and get you cussing a little bit. Later for that. Too much energy. We have to keep our eyes on the prize. Everything that we're saying we want to have and accomplish, what if it's connected to that prize? But you out here windmilling and ducking and bobbing and weaving stuff that ain't got nothing to do with it. Time is money. Time is important. And right now, time is urgent. We don't have a lot of time to be wasting. I done wasted enough time in my life than to be wasting some now. I told my friend the other day, I said, I feel like this is my last shebang. This is when I do it. And y'all know what I'm about to say. And I do it big. This is my big moment. And I think it's a lot of y'all's big moment. But you cannot decrease it by getting off your square by distractions. Everything we should do right now from this day forward should be big. It should be heard. It should be seen. Like I said, when I type on social media, I'm always in all caps. And who would come and say, hey, when you're typing out caps in corporate America, that means you're yelling. I am yelling, and I'm not in corporate America. I'm yelling because I'm saying something loud. It's important. I need you to hear me. Have you ever seen someone yell with a smiley face? Come on, man. Check the emojis. You know the tone of what I'm saying. But that's the little things I'm talking about. Why would you even be concerned about how I'm typing on my page? And if you felt yelled at, you're missing my point because you didn't hear. You saw it loud, but you didn't hear what I was saying. Because you wanted to tell me about how I was typing it. You saw me doing it right, but you ain't see what I was doing. You want to tell me about how I was doing it. Don't nobody have the right to do that. Don't nobody have the right to tell you how to do what you do, when to do what you do, where to do it, who to do it for. They don't have the right to tell you none of that. That's why you don't have the right to stop and entertain it. How dare you have a gift so big that you would feel the need to stop and address bull crap? How dare you have a dream so big that's going to change some lives ahead of you, but you stop to address some bull crap and have those people waiting in limbo for what it is that they need from you? I think if we thought like that, instead of thinking we're just living this life for ourselves, we're to be a much better place. A lot of us missing things because somebody else won't come forth and do something. Some people just stay stuck because they're scared. Some people stay stuck because somebody discouraged them and they don't feel like they can anymore. I have those moments. I tell y'all, I'm talking to y'all, not at y'all. I'm talking through a lot of stuff when I start talking. That's why I know press play and talk is a thing for me. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'm figuring out as I talk to y'all. I know a whole lot of something, but I don't know everything. And other stuff I'm just learning along the way and trying to figure it out. But when I press play and talk, y'all don't understand how much I figured out just by coming on here talking to 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 of it with y'all. That's why I always say I'm so grateful for y'all that come and hang out with me. As much as I'm sitting here just talking to y'all, and y'all might be like, you know what, that's good. Yep. It's even more for me to be able to talk to y'all. What if part of your assignment was to pop up here when I go live? That's why When the people come that come, it's for that time. It's for that time. Whoever comes, it's going to be something for them that time. It's just about talking for me. I don't know what the talking is for. I just do it. It's called obedience. I think I just really, 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 at the end of the day, want to see us doing great. I want to see us to see. I want to see us to be able to see ourselves the way we were created. None of us was created by accident. None of us was created to be dim. None of us was created to fail. Some of us just choose a lot of things that take away from what we really, really, really possess. That's why a lot of people don't like us outside of us. But then we have to deal with even us not liking us within us. That's insane to me. No, we ain't gonna like everybody. That's a given. But that ain't none of my business. I got legacy I'm trying to create. That's my whole point, man. That thinging is that little voice that tell you something and you be like, oh, that was good. I'm gonna do that. Oh my God, I needed to hear that. Oh, I'm glad I saw that today. That's when that thinging. When you getting those confirmations along the way that you're on the right path. That's what I mean when I say that thing is thinking. That thing was good. When I heard that today, it was good for me. When I saw that, I was glad because this show was good. I want some more. So I'm going to stay on my journey so I can keep on seeing those little things all over the place that's leading me and guiding me, showing me the way. If I miss those things, then I'm going to be off somewhere. I'm going to take a detour and probably get there a little bit later. Or maybe, I don't know, y'all. All I know is to press play and talk and say everything that's in there and get it out. And then once it's out, I have to stop talking. I have to stop talking. Just stay on y'all's course, though. You know what I mean? If you're working on something right now, don't give up. Even if you think it's not working, don't stop. Because that's the little lie. This ain't working. Just revisit the thing. Remember your why. Start over and think about it. Why did I start doing this? What was after that? Then what did I do? 9 times out of 10, you're going to see where you missed something or you fell off. If you want to do something, but you just been sitting there kind of nervous about doing it because you don't know if it's a good idea or so-and-so is doing it. So I had a friend that literally did not want to start her business because someone else in their city already was doing it. Are you insane? Are you insane? What they got to do with the price of tea in China? Absolutely nothing. You got to do those things that have been put inside of you for a reason. It doesn't matter. So if it's something you've been wanting to do, I know some people be afraid to relocate, just pack up everything and jump states, jump cities. If you got that feeling in your belly and you really, really, really feel like that's something you should do, I'm going to say this, pray and go. We have all the provision that we need for anything that we set forth to do that we're supposed to do. Sometimes that change is the difference between having and not having. Don't be like me. Ignore it. I ignored that thing before. 5 years ago. I knew I was supposed to leave here. Oh no. Charleston is good to me. I don't feel like starting over. I'm too old to gain new clients. Here I am now, have to do all that I didn't want to do 5 years ago. Difference today is I know what I did. Now I got to do what I'm supposed to do this time because there's something else. There's a key that's unlocking something else. And if I don't do it, I won't unlock it. If you don't do it, you won't unlock your next key. It's like a treasure hunt. When you find that clue, it gives you a clue to the next one. It's like a scavenger hunt. You know what I mean? All roads point to the prize, the pot at the end of the rainbow, or whatever you want to call it. God's desired end for you. That thing he wants you to do, that he created you to do. If you don't know what you're supposed to do, I say do, and do well until you figure it out, because you're going to figure it out. And it's probably the thing you're most scared of, or the thing that gets on your nerves the most. I think I heard once, like, I know y'all know I say we all carry solutions all the time. But I believe I heard that the very thing that nags and burdens you is the very thing you carry the solution for. But here we are running from those things that put a little pressure on us, that or make us feel a certain way. We run from those things. And that's the very thing you have a solution for. Don't miss it. All of us is over a certain age by now that we should be seeing the fruits of our labor. Some of us are. I'm not saying that all of us are. None of us are all in the same space, but some of us are, reaping some of the things that we put out there and put into. But there's still more. You know what I mean? It don't end there. There's more. There's levels. How about if you've been doing something for 20 years, now it's time for you to package it and sell it to others. Because how long you going to do it? How long you going to do it? I believe in creating mini-me's. That's why I did classes and taught my haircut the way I do it. I have ladies around here right now that use my method of cutting. I'm not going to be cutting hair forever. Guess what I'm about to do? Create some more mini-me's. Package what you got. Use it. It's so much we could be doing right now. Every person we come in contact with, there's a seed you can plant into that person. And you have no idea how it's going to grow, how it's going to become, or anything. But the planting of that seed was important. We so busy trying to do stuff for people. We won't worry about how they do it, how they get there, what road they take, or try to stop them from doing this. No. Let it go. Let it go. Let it mature and let it grow. Ain't none of your business. But yep, that's really all I came to say. Y'all gonna have to go and watch the first part to get to the second part, because the computer just wanted to cut off. But I have definitely come to the end of my words. And I really got to go back and listen to this, because I have no idea, as usual, what I was talking about. I really don't know today. Because that thing, when that, y'all don't understand. When it stopped responding, I didn't even realize the video had cut off, but it threw me off. But the one thing that stood out was the fact that I remembered exactly where I was when I got thrown off. That's why I know I had to come back. That thing was stinging. I was kidding. I don't know. That thing was good to me. So I hope that someone listening right now or listening to the replay, that you receive something from anything I said. It can be 2 words. I don't care. As long as you found something that resonates with you that you could possibly use or share. I appreciate everybody for coming through, hanging out with your girl. I got to get ready to go love my hair. Technical difficulties happen. Well, not love my hair, love somebody's hair. I need to love my hair. My hair feel like a Brillo pad. I don't know what it is, but I have not done nothing to this hair for about too long. I ain't even gonna say how long, but I know that just because your hair is short don't mean you don't have to do nothing, but I ain't did nothing. I've been in focus mode, man. And my hair is the last thing I've been thinking about, but I think I need to do something today because yeah, it feels a little funny. 2 different episodes, technical difference. Yeah, Gary, I mean, I'm pretty sure I would caught that later, but Nothing is by chance. That I know that much. Maybe I wouldn't have said anything I said on the latter end if I had kept going. You know what I mean? So all I know is, say it with me, class. No, I'm just kidding. Press play and talk. That's all I know. I honestly, sometimes I'll be like, I don't even, I don't know. I'll be just feeling like I did when I first started doing YouTube in 2011. I was all doing and doing and doing. And then one day I just stopped. I felt like stopping sometimes because it is like, it's a little bit weird to just talk and not really have a idea or plan, but just to start talking. It feels funny. I ain't gonna lie. It feels funny. But I know that funny feeling is for me to grow. You know what I mean? There's something that, who knows? I'm probably gonna have to speak before some people soon. And I don't have any idea. But what's happening is I'm speaking before people. I might not be in front of y'all, but I'm speaking. So whatever the reason may be, I pray that I keep going. Y'all pray for me that I keep going. Because it is kind of odd being on the side of the computer just talking and, talking to people in your chat. I commend people that put together shows, and I mean, maybe it would be easier if I did have a format like that, but I don't. My format is just share, have a conversation, which is cool. But like I said, it'd be kind of tough sometimes because, like I said, when you don't know what you're going to talk about, literally have a topic and have no idea how that topic ties into anything that you're about to say. Yeah, that's special. That's weird on a bunch of levels, but okay, I'll keep going. But like I said, I'm so glad that y'all showed up this morning again, as usual. I appreciate y'all so very much for putting up with your girl, listening to me and my meat talks, my little rants. I hope that we will become problem solvers together. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna start inviting some people up because y'all know I had to search this thing and figure out how to even drop a link. I ain't know how to do none of that because started. I just know I was gonna come back on here and start doing lives again, and that's what I'm doing. So definitely gonna be doing some more fun things, exciting things, and especially after I get moved, I'll be able to be a little bit more structured, and I probably will get new ideas. New place, new ideas, new situations occurring. So that's full of excitement in itself. And like I said, I am so happy you guys showed up this morning, and I so appreciate you. Let me quit acting silly. All right, I ain't made it to the hungry mark yet, so I guess I'm doing good. And I will be back possibly later. I don't know what my day is going to hold actually, but I'm honored to be able to speak with you guys on any level, any given day. That being said, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. End.